right, it's race day yet again. We finally made it. We got the motor fired back up as you guys saw and running good. Eric's out there in the front yard giving it a good old wash over, spick and span. And I'm gonna be loading up all this stuff right here. We moved a lot of lead around last night. We got the car on scales, trying some different things out, different percentages. So we'll see how that works today. Hopefully it's gonna be faster and more drivable and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna get all this stuff loaded up in the back of the truck. If you guys haven't been with us before and you guys want a t-shirt, check out the link in the video description. That'll show us the email to get in contact with us, and we'll get you a shirt sent out. I appreciate everybody buying them, and let's go racing. Thanksgiving time, weekend after Thanksgiving, I guess you could say. But I've always done well around this time of year for some reason. I don't know, Thanksgiving-ish time has always been good for racing for me. So we'll go ahead and see what we do tonight. Hopefully there's gonna be a lot of cars. There's 8 whole classes running at the track tonight, so it's probably gonna be a long one. So we're gonna get to the track early, get all of our stuff ready to go, get some maybe tire prep going with the generator, and see you guys there. Very drivable, way more drivable than it used to be. I can turn the car with the steering wheel and not just the brake and the gas pedal, so I think we're headed in the right direction. We'll see what it does when the track burns off a little bit.
Let's get some good lighting. Okay, everyone, meet Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm here with one of the best, probably the best car driver there is. Loves America. Are any of these parts from China?
Absolutely not.
That's what I like. We're gonna tariff the Chinese and the virus, the Chinese virus. They don't want to call it that. They don't like it here. Is this going on YouTube because it's going to be suspended?
This is 100% going on YouTube.
Dr. Pecker's here.
Okay.
I think they would. You just gotta.
Yes, these mostly drive dirt cars. A bunch of gum-up Americans.
Yeah, but they'd watch TV. They watch NASCAR and stuff.
Huh?
Where's the gear oil?
That's not the check plug.
She's steaming.
Yeah, I can't see shit in there right now.
You want to put it in neutral and turn it?
What?
You want to put it in neutral and turn it?
No, you can turn it on the wheels. The drive shaft doesn't spin. I'm just trying to see what may be broken here, but just out of curiosity.
How do you know it's the diff?
All right, we're in the shop. We're not racing, obviously. The heat race didn't go as planned. Basically, the car broke in the last couple laps of the heat race. Spoiler alert: it was our ring and pinion gear, and I'm basically gonna figure out what's wrong with it right now. The Curiosity got the cat. I'm gonna pull this gear right now and figure out what happened because I looked at all the ring gear teeth through a little inspection hole on the rear diff, and I didn't see anything wrong with the teeth. And both the wheels are turning with the ring gear, and you take the pinion gear and turn it with the drive shaft, and it feels super smooth, like nothing's in the bearing. So I don't know what happened. I'm about to find out right now, and I'll let you guys see what's going on. But basically, to summarize the heat race, the car is so much different now that we moved the weight around. Me and Hillbilly Pit Crew were messing around on the scales, and we basically moved all the lead in the car that we had from basically right about here behind the rear end to just basically right over, or maybe a little bit in front of the rear end. And we actually added a little more weight too, so we're not, you know, pulling Scott Bloomquist numbers on the scales after the race. But it drives so much different now. I can turn the car with the steering wheel on the gas, off the gas. It's a much more balanced car now. But we did give up a little bit of forward drive. I'm blowing the tires off on the straightaways. It's just like I come out of the corner and it's hooked up pretty good, and all of a sudden I hit the straightaway and just lights off. So I got to figure out a way to hook up this high horsepower motor to the rear tires down the straightaway. And I am definitely not a chassis guy. I've said it before, I'll say it again on this channel. A man's got to know his limitations, and I don't know too much about tuning on these chassis and getting the right amount of side bite and forward bite and keeping the car handling well. I'm just not there yet, but you know, I can build the motors and I can do all the mechanical stuff. I'm just not there on the suspension tuning. So got to figure out a way to hook up these rear tires a little better. But I was not real comfortable with the car because it was way different, right? So the first lap, these guys saw me getting into the 99 car, and I was trying to hug the bottom, and I hit the brake and the car just slid all the way up. It was real loose coming into the corner now, which I've never had a problem with before. So anyways, the car is fast. We turned a 16.5 in our heat race, and the fastest car out of both the heat races is 16.1. So we're 4/10 off. The car is fast. We just got to do a little more tuning on it and be able to finish a race. So that being said, win or lose, we still booze. Take the good with the bad. And I'm going to pull this gear out right now and let you guys see what's going on. I feel some stuff floating around in there, so we'll see you in a second. What's going on? Something broke. It's like a cracked cap. Wow. Alright, so here's the weirdest thing is I was looking through the inspection hole on the diff at the track just to kind of get a peek on what's going on here, and all these ring gear teeth look fine, right? All the way around. Well, I was wondering if that was the case. How could you possibly have a broken pinion gear? Well, at the crack right there on the housing cap. So the question is, that don't look too bad, right? 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 Anyways, the question is, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did this gear break and then shove this freaking ring gear super hard this way and crack the cap? Or did the cap crack and shove the adjuster and everything out, and then this whole entire ring gear moved over, and in the process started taking out the tooth while I was moving over? Because it probably was a pretty quick deal the teeth are missing on one side, and then they look okay on this side. So I'm thinking that what happened was this cap decided to crack. It said no more horsepower, and it shoved this ring gear over, and then it just started taking all the teeth off. So that makes sense now. I was able to spin the pinion and the wheels and the ring gear together separately because this thing had moved over so far like that. So anyways, there you have it. Okay, I got the pro mechanic here.
Yep.
At the track. She was telling me that she thinks it possibly could be from...
Okay, hold on. Let me explain myself. So I wanted to be helpful. Everyone's gonna laugh at me. I wanted to be helpful. I'm so embarrassed right now. I looked up on Google broken differential dirt track race car.
And what'd you tell me?
It said most common reasons why they break is because water can leak in and ruin it, or you use a different kind of like oil, or it's low on oil or something like that.
Or it leaks out and it's low in oil?
Yeah.
She told me that there's water in the oil and that's why it blew up.
Okay, no,
or it all leaked out. I said, there's no leaks on it. I don't think there's water in it. But she might have been right, but she wasn't this time. But good job. Good job. You're being proactive looking on Google.
I'm trying to
appreciate the help. Okay, a bit of good news. Looking at the bright side here, neither of our axles are twisted. The lines of paint on them are still pretty straight, so looking at the bright side here at the end of the season. Just gonna kind of wrap it up here with this video and the rest of the season. Obviously we're not gonna race anymore this year, but it's been a rough year. It's been a rough season, even though it's only been 3 races. I've only finished one of them, and that was the race we got second place in the first race. And then the rest of them, we just kind of been plagued with these dang mechanical failures. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's helped me out on this car the last couple of years, starting with the pit crew, right? I mean, Hillbilly Pit Crew Eric, my dad, Livia, and then everybody who's on this car over here. All the sponsors helped me out. Obviously, Cherezian Insurance Agency, R&J Construction, Concord Chevrolet, Kanipa's Delicious Prosciutto, and Hog Up Denali Racing Team. Also, JA's Mobile Welding, and everybody else on this car, all my friends and family, Flores by Larry Seiler, and all the rest of them. So I appreciate everybody getting me out there on the track and every year, and getting the super truck some exposure. That being said, thank you to everybody out there who's been contacting me, whether it's over the internet or in person, saying, hey man, I watch the channel, I love what you guys are doing. It's really cool meeting all kinds of new people. I'm just blown away about how many people come up to me at the track, and people I never met, probably would have met, who just say, oh, I love your channel, I love what you guys do over there. So I'm just glad everybody out there can kind of see what we do in here with our small budget, our small shop, and all the little stuff we have to work on here, building gears, building motors, whatever. It's fun to make these videos, and it's fun to get you guys interacting. So anyways, we're gonna get the spare gear back in here that we have for this car, and I'll probably end up building another gear over here. So if you guys have a 7.0 or 7/16 ring and pinion set, let me know. I'll be interested in buying it. But I'm gonna try to post this car for sale. I'm gonna try to sell this thing over the off season. But if it doesn't sell, we're still gonna race it as much as we can, I guess. Next year, get a little more testing and tuning done on it, and tune it up a little better on the chassis. It's a really fast car. I just want to move on to my stock car and kind of start a new chapter. This thing has been with me since 2015, so it's been with me for quite some time, and it's come a long way. But I'm ready to let it go and just kind of do some new stuff. So anyways, like I said, if it doesn't sell, we're still going to race it and do as best we possibly can with it. Until then, we're going to get this thing out of here, hobby stock back in, get that thing going on the off season, and hopefully get that thing ready to race next year. So we'll have at least 2 cars to race. So that being said, I'm going to end this video now. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in with us every Thursday and seeing the little stuff we do in here in the shop, and also the races we do. So remember, if it's bent, it definitely ain't broken. We're gonna fix it. It's gonna come back together no matter what. And we'll see you next time here on Cherezian Racing, guys. Take care.